What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing okay today. Thanks for tuning in to another Cruise of Smooth. So, we got some serious winter weather action over the past 24 hours. More snow than we're used to typically getting. And I tell you what, it drives me nuts, but not in the way you think. So, in order to just keep up with the stuff going on at my work, I'm a member of a Facebook page dedicated to the job. Well, it's amazing to me how many people think that just because the roads are bad, companies ought to cancel what they're doing. Now, I've worked for companies that did and didn't, and here's the determining factors that I've noticed as to whether or not a company will or won't cancel whatever it is they're doing for weather. I used to work at schools. They would cancel simply because with the buses running, they're liable for those children, and they don't want to be, which I don't blame them. So in my area, like I said, winter weather doesn't happen often. It happens often enough to make a big deal, but not often enough so that people get good at it. Well, anyway, schools would cancel. Businesses where you weren't going to be, like businesses that face the customer. So, for example, retail grocery, whenever winter weather comes in through here, everybody loses their mind and loads up on bread and milk. Bread and milk. Don't ask, I don't get it. So, those businesses stayed open. Now, they would not, like if you were late getting into work or couldn't get out of your driveway or whatever, they'd be considerate and understanding of that as much as they could be. But, they've got a business to run, and you're one of the people that they bank on being there, so, there's only so much they could do. The businesses that I've worked for that did close when winter weather hit were when I worked at the car dealership, because no one's coming out to look at a car where I live in the smack dab center of the eastern part of the country. They're not coming out to look at a car when it's cold and slippery and you've got to dust the cars off before you can show it to them. They're just not going to do it. So if they are, that person is probably very, very serious about buying that vehicle. But like I said, they don't do it. So they'd close early. And the service department a lot of times would close because if people are only doing what's essential, they probably don't deem going to the service department essential as long as their car's okay to drive. Like, if it's just, I need to get my oil changed here soon, or I need to get my check engine light looked at, stuff like that. If it's something like that, they'll just wait another day or two. So, but factories, as far as where they don't face the customer, they'll work. And the reason being is it's not dependent on a customer. Like, them making money isn't dependent on a customer walking into that factory or anything. It's dependent on the workers walking into that factory. And I think it's just hilarious how much people whine and complain about, I can't believe they're not canceling work, we don't have school, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Guess what? They ain't worried about that. The only time they're worried about your safety is when you're there. If you can get there, you can work. I just think it's hilarious personally, and I might be wrong, but I think it is. So, grown adults acting like children, expecting snow days and to go out sledding. Last night, let me back up. Yesterday, my wife, who is not very comfortable driving in the snow, got a good snow driving lesson from me. I took her into work in her car, which is way better in the snow than mine. Then I came home, took a nap, went and picked her up, brought her home. Well, last night, just to see if it could be done, I went out in my car to go get gas and see if I could actually get out of my driveway. It was a fight, but I got up. And so got up my driveway and got gas and all that stuff. And so I dusted everything off last night before I went to bed, so I'd have as little to do. So I'd have little to do when I got up, and I actually left for work very early today because I'm not expecting a call saying don't worry about coming in today. I'm not expecting enough people to not show up where they can't run production. I'm not expecting any of that. It'd be nice, but I'm not holding my breath, so I'm giving myself ample time to get to work so that I'm not in trouble for being late. So, all that said, that's what I got on this one, folks. When winter weather strikes, when bad weather strikes, when it's inclement, when the roads are bad, just give yourself extra time. Be careful, take your time, get to work. I'm in a 1-liter 2-wheel drive Focus. It does not sit up off the road. I do not have ground clearance. I barely made it up my driveway, which has a big hill. I'll post it's the previous video to this one. Last night, I was spinning and grinning getting up the driveway, but I got it. So, don't stress about it. Just take, once you're moving, just take it easy and get to work, be safe. And watch everybody else on the road. Keep your eyes on what's going on around you. So, that's what I got. Thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all next time.